Hello?
Hey, what's up?
I'm at the menu.
Oh, I jumped onto your server. I'll X back
Oh,
out
okay.
because
Sorry.
I
Yeah.
literally just logged in.
I mean, I could just join you back. I don't think I have you added.
No, you added me earlier, and I added you back. And I
Oh,
was just gonna
Kennesaw?
say, yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
that is me. I am the Canisar. All right, can I invite you to party?
Got it.
And I'll just jump us in. Are you in USA or EU?
USA East.
All right, I'll just set it to
But I
best,
mean,
and
they
then
all
we
run
can.
fine for me.
Yeah. I usually do it to best, but I was kind of like messing around with the servers to see if I could, you know, reclaim my mule because it's like been bugged for
Yeah.
reclaim.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I have a Cutlass Red. It's like my favorite. It's gimbaled, so it's perfect for bunkers and turrets.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
I haven't been able to claim it for like 3 days. It's showing up as destroyed at Utopia, and that's it. Claim
Oh,
gets me
that's
that
really.
pop-up error message.
I actually alt tab to share a screenshot to save a screenshot because my shadow play wasn't working that day, and I crashed into Microtech, and my mule was in my ship, and I got my ship
Oh
back
man,
okay, but I haven't been able to reclaim the mule since, no matter where I go,
jeez.
kind of thing.
And how long ago was that?
A week or so ago, maybe a week and a
Jeez,
half.
man. Yeah, I don't want to like have to account reset, every time something like that happens, but it stinks.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to account reset right now because there's problems with the account reset or whatever, right? So,
Mm. So have you tried going on like the Australian server and claiming it?
not the Australian server yet. I was going to do that at some point, but we
I
might
never
as
even thought
well,
about that.
have the best ping for this. I don't really expect any PvP or anything like that, but you never know because it is the river, right? So,
All right, so I'm at Tressler. I'm just gonna start. Um, are you at Tressler or at New Babbage?
I'm a Trustler. I'm already out
Okay. Oh, okay.
Do you want to go on separate ships? You want to come in my 400
Ah,
die?
okay.
Up to you.
I'll just hop in with you if you
All right.
don't care.
Welcome
And then we
to
can
the
take
ASOP vehicle retrieval
turns
system.
driving because it does take a while going this route.
Sure.
There's a faster route, but I'm not really good at quantum stopping. Let's see.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All right, we're gonna hit pad 11.
Is that like undersuit you have on? It's like the weird undersuit that's full armor.
Yeah, it's the Novikov. There's also
Where do
another
you find
one
that?
that's for hot weather. It's right in the store on this station.
Hmm. In the armor store?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I must have just like not seen it. This was my medical rescue get up.
Oh, nice. It's very fitting. Are you gonna get one of the Apollo things or
Oh,
whatever?
totally. Yeah. I got
Nice.
the CCU for the upgraded one. I don't know. I think it's just got like missiles or something. I don't know what the
Yeah.
difference is.
I think they have one has better like medical bay. It's more of a like they serve different roles, right? But like one
Oh,
has like
gotcha. Yeah.
respawn or something like that,
Yeah. Maybe so. I didn't think about that.
and the other one is more of an
Um,
ambulance, like the Coyote Red.
I know. I just want like the one that has the respawn bed, if that's possible on there. And I've heard they're adding a respawn bed to the 600.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I hope it's a respawn bed and not just like the heal bed.
Even a heal bed would be nice though, because I mean that heal bed comes in handy.
Yeah, for food and stuff. I don't know how long they'll make it work for food.
Yeah, that's a good question, eh? Obviously, I mean, though, you'd have to be. You could, if you were severely dehydrated, that's how you'd be healed. Don't mind the fruit on the floor.
Okay. I forget which seat has the bottom turret.
I don't get enough time on the turrets to actually memorize it myself either.
Try this one.
I usually fly this thing solo, and when I'm not flying solo, I'm usually flying it with my friend that doesn't really fly too great.
Yeah.
And he only plays so often, kind of thing. So.
Origin shipboards at your service. Origin ship core system operational. Core system operational. Landing gear raised.
Okay, so the seat on the left behind you is a turret that's got 360 degrees of rotation. I think it's the bottom turret.
It's the left one?
Yeah, because I think the other turret's just like rear facing, right?
It's not. It has a little bit of obfuscation from the cockpit cabin area kind of thing.
I do like this shit. I really hope that you can at least slave the bottom turret forward. It'd be cool to have 3 or 4 gimbal size 3s.
I kind of see
Or no, wait, we have
like being kind of the same idea overall in terms of like, in terms of multi-crew as the MSR is just more compact. Like you don't have as many stations on this as the MSR, but it's supposed to be like just gonna get correct heading. I think, it's like it meant to be a multi-crew ship as opposed to like something like the Scorpius or something, or something around the same size that's a little bit more flexible, like the Connie kind of thing, like quote unquote same size. Okay, Google, turn off the alarm.
Have you been to the Christmas tree down under New Babbage?
No, I don't think I've heard of that one. I know
Oh
there's
man, I found where it was. I didn't land and get out, but someplace I want to go to eventually. I don't know if Ex Bad Rat has seen it either. That might be cool to bring her to on the stream. You have to be in a somewhat small ship and then fly like towards the tall building and just go down under the tracks and you'll see it.
That's cool. Under the tall. Wait, sorry, say it again. I guess
Like
I
if
have to
you
look this
are-
up. There would be a guide or something, right? So I'd have to look.
Oh, yeah.
I won't remember offhand.
I just know like if you leave the landing zone and you just go straight towards that like mega building, just like pitch down and you'll see like under the railway tracks and stuff like a little way you can squeeze in, and you'll see like a campfire in the tree. And there's still at least one other place in the game that has not been found yet by anyone, like a POI.
Yeah, I mean, people say there's not really exploration, but there's definitely exploration. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there's at least one. There's got to be more than one that haven't discovered yet. I know there's orgs like Imperial Geographic that look for all these things, and they like have like whole org events where they like scour planets and areas piece by piece kind of thing.
Oh, I have a question for you on this. Are your 2 size 3s in the front gimbaled on this ship?
Yep.
That's cool.
And it's got like 16 of 2 kinds of missiles, and I actually figured out how to switch the missiles. And I'm not
Nice.
sure I remember how. Again, I think it's G, something to switch missile types. If you have like 2 sets of missiles for whatever reason. automatically switch over. The ship is pretty nice. It's my buddy who mostly just does turrets for me says he likes the Redeemer and the MSR better in terms of the turrets. But I find this a little bit more pleasant to fly than either of those ships. And I like the MSR a lot, mind you, but for a dogfight, the profile of the MSR is so, it's very wide.
Yeah. I do like the Redeemer. It's kind of messed up right now. There's supposed to be a turret that's slave to the pilot, and it's gimbaled. So if you end up putting I'm on the fence about whether I want gimbaled size 3s on the front or just keep the size 4s. But you can do like a full gimbaled loadout, with 4 size 3s once they get that turret working again.
Yeah. No, I had some people asking on a video of mine. I got a fairly popular Redeemer video, and people were like, how did you fire both the weapons? And I'm like, I have no idea what this means. I haven't flown this ship this much, And they were asking in 3.71, 17.1, and the video was from 17.0, so.
Yeah. I know for now, if you have all 4 of those weapons in one firing group, it'll only shoot it'll stop the rotation once you get to one of the turret weapons. So you have to put them on a separate firing group to even get your double size 4s back. Or at least it was last time I tried. But really, the only thing I use gimbals for is turrets on bunker missions, pretty much. It's the gimbal tracking isn't fast enough for most dogfights that I've been in. So I kind of, and the curve gets really steep as far as jumping up from 3 to 4 to 5. So I might just put size 4s if I were in this situation. Same thing with a hurricane. Do you keep the 4s or just do 3s?
I don't have Hurricane, but I usually, go by the default specs, honestly, and I actually prefer gimbals because I've gotten used to them because I've been using them pretty much constantly since 3.5, so.
I haven't had good luck with it. I don't know if you're supposed to keep, that circle, the targeting circle. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be
Yeah, you kind of have to lean into the target circle locking onto the target more than actually aiming at the pip. And it might it's a little bit confusing at first, but when you get into the groove, it's really nice because it's a little bit more evasive, especially if you're fighting something fixed or something. But
So do you have to get the enemy ship in the target circle or just the pip?
Oh, so okay, it's kind of hard to articulate necessarily, but it's kind of you just kind of let the thing lock on and kind of grow with how you locked it on kind of thing while maneuvering and stuff.
I have to try it more.
It's changed a little bit over the last few years since it was introduced, but it's kind of drifting, like in Tokyo Drift kind of thing. It's more, I don't know. I really have no idea how to articulate it, really. There should be a flat, snowy area somewhat before we get to a smaller green area, I believe.
I'm watching upside down from the bottom. Wait, I can sit. You have a co-pilot. Or wait, let me see what's up. I guess I could stand behind you.
Well, you can also go in the third person, right? So.
Oh, right.
That's actually when me and Expat were doing Rex, and I think she's done Rex again since then, is I was in third person, just like, you know, scanning for signs of what we were looking for. And I'll stop.
Yeah, see,
here.
the terrain is awesome. I don't see like the grid, you know, like the terrain grid.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
Like, I don't know, like tiles or whatever, like the pattern that most games have.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sometimes this game kind of has that, but it depends. It's maybe a time of day thing, or it's maybe just
Yeah.
mental pattern recognition kind of thing, in terms of like, if you're over microtech and there's forest and stuff, you'll get those shadows, or certain areas when at the right time of day when you get the long shadows. It looks
I
kind
think
of
that
greenish, but
the trees are like not, there's something like not right, like the trees somehow, maybe just because they're all like straight up. That's like pretty much the only thing that, I don't know. You know what I mean? There's just something that doesn't look right.
yeah. It does look really cool though. It's just, it's not, it's kind of a little bit in the uncanny valley.
Yeah, totally.
This might be the flat, snowy area over
I didn't think about like 400 didn't seem like that far away, but if you're in Atmo, you probably can't go that fast.
here. Well, we flew a good portion of this at a fairly high speed, but we might be a fair way out. So I am actually going to stop here, come to a complete stop. And then check our distance markers behind us.
Oh, like just by finding new Babbage?
Oh yeah, we're only 247 kilometers away from New Babbage, so probably go a bit higher, because we're just not going to see it for like a fair while yet. If we fly through the clouds.
Yeah. Can you fit a rock on this thing?
Not a rock, but you can get a mule on it. Somebody was saying that you can fit some of the bikes on it if you fly them low, kind of thing.
And this would be a good little rock mining ship if that would be a thing.
It totally would be.
I only recently started mining. I just take out MSR on the rock, and it's just one of those things I never really cared about, and then finally tried it. It's pretty chill. Just get some coffee.
I had a rock. I've had a rock since they were introduced, but I don't do it too often, just because I don't know. When I first started doing it, there was 30Ks were a lot more common, and there wasn't 30K protection. And then also there was people like out there actively pirating people, especially on Daymar, where I was usually like trying to figure out where the stuff was, just because it was near my home base, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, that stinks. I have not had that misfortune yet.
I mean,
I guess if they just pull you up and get a box.
I mind it a lot less when I have a friend with me to, you know,
Yeah.
watch out for pirates and like try to like, you know, maybe race the pirates to getting on the ship kind of thing, while getting as much of that end result product as possible kind of thing.
Yeah, and really, if you have just somebody kind of doing loops up above you, you know, if they see somebody pop in, you might have time to get back on the ship. Just want them somewhere. I'd be down for like a I don't know if you find a way to have like a 3-person mining expedition.
Yeah, definitely. Should get some rock mining action together. I actually have like Valk set up for that. Like I got a Valk, and I have the Valk because I want to do like rock mining with like a crew, or like eventually, just like go out and on a moon surface and like stay there at logging for like a week kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't wait until we have survival mechanics.
Yeah, like when the whole slew is all together, it'll be really cool, and I'm excited for that. And that's why I have the Valk. I actually think the Valk's really cool on its own, but I'm never gonna have, 20 friends to treat as Marines.
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't think the value of the Valkyries and that Marine stuff. I would really love to see like an exploration focused Valk variant.
Yeah, and I would love to see a medical-based freelancer. I think they're probably not ever going to make any additional variants just because they have the pipeline for bigger and better things. But it would be a perfect little medical ship,
Yeah.
like a parallel to the Cutlass Red. I have the feeling if the 600i gets like a spawn point medbed, it's probably going to be like my go-to for just about everything.
Nice. I had a 600i for a while, but I didn't really care for it that much.
Yeah,
But this is
it's
when
not
it was,
that
like,
great.
really buggy. They are a
Just
pain in
hope
the ass
that
to fight though.
Yeah,
In PvP,
Yeah.
like unless you have ballistics and you have like ballistics with enough ammo kind of thing.
yeah. You can put. I've had some fun experimenting with the 85B or whatever it is. The guns from the Redeemer. Those things are pretty crazy when you put them on other stuff too.
Oh, nice.
I put one on the front of a Vanguard, and it wasn't quite. It's like I don't know. You kind of need 2 of them to melt faces, and on the Vanguard, I couldn't, turn fast enough to stay on target for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why I upgrade from Warden to the Redeemer, is because I figured if I'm gonna fly like a turtle, I might as well be a tanky turtle.
Yeah. And really, I mean, you have similar forward-facing firepower when they finally give you back that turret.
Yeah.
I do like the versatility. What was that?
More missiles too.
Oh. I like the Vanguard versatility with that quad size too. You can do some cool stuff with that. I ended up settling on like an attrition on the front, on the size 5, and then 2 distortion cannons and then 2 ballistic cannons. So I'll basically do a run. I'll turn off one of the ballistics, and then when I run out of ammo on the first ballistic, I'll just like turn on the second one. So that way I have a little bit more endurance. But it's a pretty good setup.
I used to
Just
do,
put everything on rotate.
pure repeaters, right? But I'd put distortion repeaters or disruption repeaters, whatever they're tool with like just regular laser repeaters. And
So with 2 and 2?
have the big nose gun as the gimbal, but as like attrition or something like that,
Mhm. I hate that you have to have a mixed gimbal loadout if you go that route, but I do like the distortions because they somehow leave you more shots in the pool for your other energy weapons. You know what? The size 5, I almost have like no. I could probably shoot for about 6 to 8 seconds and I'm completely depleted. So maybe having a size 4 would be worth it just in sheer uptime.
Yeah, that's kind of like my kind of argument on having the smaller weapons on the gimbals a little bit. Factors into it at least. It's just you get a little bit more ammo for more uptime. As you say, more time.
I do wish that capacitors were a component that we could upgrade. I hope they do that at some point.
Yeah, I think there will be probably. There'll be something like how in mining there's boosters maybe.
Yeah.
So we should be moving a little bit faster than we were for a little while there, because we're fairly high up.
Cool.
This might be the flatter, snowy area they were talking about, but
I see.
there's a green area up ahead, maybe.
Yeah. I do have a merchantman on my account from back when they were like 250, I think. A long
nice,
time
yeah.
ago.
I
So
got,
it's probably going to be way too much ship for me, but
I had
deal.
the character for a while based on the old Explorer pack because I had enough store credit, and that's when I got into the bundles and just upgrading my bundle versus,
yeah.
Of course, I'm at pretty much where I want to be for the most part with my bundles, so anything more is going to be either, saving up store credit with other ships kind of thing and buying something bigger or, and then buying some of those ships because I'm pretty happy with my fleet in general. But sometimes, they add the odd tidbit or something that is attractive enough that I want to at least try it in my own terms a little bit. So we got green. This might be it. I'm not sure how far we are away from. Might be. We might be slightly off course from it, but we're looking for a lake.
Right.
It's a small lake. This may not be it, but it might be it.
Have you seen a picture of it? Like, is it
No,
down like?
I haven't seen like a good enough reference picture. Like they used to do like picture-based guides that you could just use the visuals to guide you. But since they bring the coordinates, they just tell you like a distance.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw something. This it's gonna get harder to see when it gets dark for sure. I hope we're in the process of getting more sun. It looks like the sunset.
That's okay. We'll use our distance of heading. I'm gonna stop actually. Get that distance. Oh, we're actually probably past it, so it's in this area.
Okay.
I was seemingly correct. So I saw a landmark that I thought was interesting over here. But it might be in this kind of brown green belt. We just flew over.
Is that it? That's not it right below us. Or is it just green? It's hard to tell in this light.
Does it look like a river?
No, it looks like a cluster of lakes. That's probably not it. I don't know. Oh wait, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as that thing below us, but that doesn't look like a river. I don't know what that is. You see it though, right? It's like in the very bottom of that valley. There's like
Yeah.
some blue or blue-green. I don't know if that's just grass.
I noticed this weird looking mountain coming through. I think we're a little bit off course in terms of like we came in a little bit off course. I think we need to be a little bit more in this direction.
Oh wait, is that
What?
one right below us?
Oh, what?
I don't know. I see. Man, I don't know if it's a river or if it's just like a weird little patch of green.
Ooh.
It's like a long, kind of long. That might be it. Totally looks like it.
Let's go closer. Let's go closer.
Just behind us.
Or else we're gonna feel bad.
So what I'm looking at is behind us. It looks like another one here too. I don't know, but it's like I can't see it anymore. Yeah, just basically back the way we just came from, just a few hundred meters.
I think the river would definitely be super visible from this distance. We wouldn't mistake it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might be this way.
I didn't think about having like another ship as a pair of eyes.
No, I mean it's probably better to do it as a crew. Honestly, if you just got two people, you're not getting lost too much.
Yeah.
Too off-heading.
I swear I keep thinking I see like some of that stuff just really looks like water. Like right below us here, but I guess
Yeah.
it's probably not. I mean, is it?
I think.
All right, I have a random question for you.
Sure, what's up?
I play in bordered or borderless windowed version or whatever mode, and but the Star Citizen game doesn't cover the start bar or the on the bottom or whatever taskbar. So if I accidentally am playing the game and I roll the mouse down to the taskbar, it like it breaks the game's lock on my cursor.
Oh, that's no good.
So like. Have you ever seen a setting to like prioritize the game on top of all other windows?
There should be a thing. It may not be necessarily something you search for just with Star System. You might want to search for more generic search terms, but it would be like, I feel like that's something I've seen in other games at least. It might be too dark, but we can maybe take a break until this. How long is the rotation on this planet? It's probably longer than others. Shit. Oh, here's green space over here, and something cited with the. Kind of like there's a big brown spot here, and that's making me think of the other method for getting here is the Ruger method. Is that you go quantum to a certain distance towards a certain spin marker from the Babbage, and then you look down. There's a brown spot, small brown spot. It's like right near there.
Gotcha.
It's like 900 kilometers to one of my data centers.
All the lights on the ship look really cool in the dark.
Yeah, this ship is hella cool looking from the outside, especially in the dark.
I saw a video where somebody, you know, those like 2 SCU boxes you can get? That'll fit on the motorcycle bay.
Oh, nice. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's good use of that.
Never really thought about it, but I saw somebody on YouTube do it.
I feel at this point we're probably just gonna like end up like not finding it. But
Yeah, it's. I mean, so much stuff looks like a river. It's just hard to decide what to take a closer look at. Or even just like water in general. It looks like there's water. I seriously don't think there's that much water. Is it like literally just a river and a lake that we have?
yeah, it's a river and lake, but it should be somewhat standoutish because it like it has like a strip of green.
All right.
along it.
Okay. Makes sense.
Green space, like trees and stuff. I don't know how far the trees extend, but I know it's like a little bit unusual. There'll be harvestables around it too, so I don't know if they show up on ship scans though. I think I'm gonna land though because it's just getting so dark, it's pointless, and I'm gonna go for a smoke. Cool. Landing this brown spot because this is the landmark that most lines up with our intel.
Could you fit the Tumbrel Cyclone on there? I'm gonna have to look up a video and see what you can put on this thing.
It's not a big space. You can go ahead and tour around if you want. There's also food. I have food and drink on here. Um, if you-
I'm good. I appreciate it. I brought like some snacks in my armor.
Oh,
I
nice.
think.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I have one food and 2 waters. Or
That's
no,
nice.
one of them's empty. I'm sorry, 1 food, 1 water. Oh, 2 food. I have a tofu I picked up somewhere. Yeah, I can't wait till they. Ooh, I'm off. Can't wait till they add food like they did on the Redeemer to like all the ships. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I think they need to make that a priority, actually.
All right, I'm back on.
The thing with this ship that's a little bit irritating is the elevator breaks sometimes. As of this patch, I think.
Interesting.
Oh, I brought Pico on board. It survived the crash. That's cool. I guess Pico was covered by insurance.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, this is like a perfect little camper. See what this was on the floor here.
Unfortunately, none of the location stuff works, sadly. But you can change the lighting on the panel to your left. Just gonna go for a smoke. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm back. Um, I'm just looking up the Microtech night cycle length.
The Microtech what?
Like how long night is on this planet.
Oh, okay. It seems like the sunset was forever, so I'm guessing the night's probably pretty long too.
Yeah, it takes 3 hours and 45 minutes to rotate,
Jeez.
maybe, or at least an hour. Um, we could go do like a bounty mission or something,
Yeah,
or like
I'm
some kind of
equipped for
combat
it.
mission. Just check out the so you can get an idea of the combat capabilities of the ship.
Oh yeah. My wife gets off at 5, and then so I'll be off for dinner and stuff, and then I'll come back on later on.
I think I'm gonna be actually off to make music and stuff with Shay, who I make music with fairly often. We have to get together and do some more stuff for his album. So
That's cool. Do you? Would you feel comfortable sharing your YouTube link?
oh yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll you can actually check in the music chat in Expat server and Discord, and I share like a ton of my stuff in there all the time.
Right, cool.
I'm Armageddon speaking. That's my music name. So just looking for Microtech. Here we go. I haven't really done my certs for bounties yet because I was having issues early on making money or having money saved. I ran into that one money bug, right? So, and then I got donated like $30 million or 30 million UEC. So I haven't done a lot of mission running, but I have done a little bit of stuff. The very early certs in Microtech and Crusader. So I did get us a mission. I'm going to share that with you.
All right.
Sharing now.
Got it. I don't remember doing very many certs, but I'm up to the 60k bunker missions on Crusader. But I know I still have certs on my mission screen. At some point, I don't know if it even matters at this point.
I think
I've done them with other people.
we either got a couple weeks, a week or two until 17.2, or we got like 6 weeks until 3.72.
I wonder if they're going to wipe mission progress.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's. I think I had actually my certs for B4.1 in 17.0, but so I mean, I'm assuming that it'll wipe for 0.2 as well. It'll be like kind of like a normal major patch kind of thing almost, but just more kind of stability fixes and stuff, all you like shit, and the events. But I can't remember if it's July or June, but it's supposed to be like the 22nd is the goal. 22nd of the month, whichever month it is, for 0.2 to drop.
checking out storms in Ontario.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I am really
I
enjoying
like that
that
vibe.
one this week.
Who are some of your like? I don't want to say inspirations. It's kind of like too cheesy, but
No, I mean influences is a common question I get from like
yeah,
if somebody's gonna blog about me or something, and it's kind of varied, and I always forget important people, but like like Radiohead, Kid A type stuff,
oh man, yeah.
Tom York
Radiohead,
in
all-time
general,
favorite.
uh, Silver Apples, like kind of that early 60s, 70s super experimental synth music where they were just checking out what the instruments could do.
You ever listen to B. Fleischman?
I don't know.
Well, there's so many artists out there. It's like, I mean, in the
I,
'90s, everybody's heard of everybody, but
it also doesn't help that I'm really bad with names, so like
Quantum drive deactivated.
I did. Guitar
there's
is
a
my
lot
first
of instrumental
instrument.
stuff that's kind of like my music, but not quite.
Quantum drive
And I
activated.
think that means that I kind of stumbled into that, whether intentionally or unintentionally or conscious or not.
So like, is piano your like first instrument?
That's a good question. When I was a kid, I had some formal piano lessons, but I didn't last.
Mhm.
It probably didn't even last a whole year, kind of thing. But
Quantum drive activated.
Yeah, I did piano as a kid, then I stopped, and then get to guitar through high school, college. And then I just recently picked up piano again, and it's like a whole different thing now. I hated it as a kid because I had to do it,
yeah, I
Now I
think
have, it's my choice.
I've picked up a few hardware synths over the last few years, and I think what I really hated about it as a kid was that I had a Casio like soundbake type keyboard, piano keyboard, and not like like an actual synthesizer where I could modulate the sounds and kind of like
Yeah.
do my own thing.
I'm not sure how well known this is, but I have a Novation bass. It's a pretty good little mono synth. Let's see how many keys are on it.
I think I've heard of that one.
It's got like 25 keys. It's pretty small, but you can jump octaves pretty good on it. It's got a lot of control, some
Yeah,
decent
nice.
presets. And then Novation, there's like the circuit.
I'm
I haven't missed.
more often than not, I'm a kind of a sequencer guy. Whether I'm clicking in a sequence in Ableton or I'm clicking in a sequence in with my keys on my machines, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
my whole thing for the last couple years has been, well, last year and a half at least, has been really like kind of like doing a mix of like like playing on the MIDI controller keyboard and inputting that into my DAW, and then having to control my hardware instruments, or clicking in and controlling it with my hardware instruments, and just kind of modulating while I do so and recording that. And I think that really stands out in general in my music. But sometimes you gotta let it relax and let the just the basic sound that you've found, where it's like you don't fiddle around with the instruments too much, the knobs too much, outside of maybe cutoff or something, and
Yeah.
resonance, and let it breathe, kind of thing too. So I don't know. I like to mix it up, and I like to get ideas and try them. Basically, they don't always work out as well as I would hope, but it's often a fun process.
I love it. I hope to at some point start recording and stuff. I just have trouble with creativity. I mean, I can make something up and play it, but then I won't remember it the next day.
Yeah. Well, that's why I work with sequencers big time, because like outside of a few tunes that are really kind of like just some weird shit from my childhood or something like that. I don't even know, like, and it just comes naturally to me to play that melody. I rely on the sequencer 110%, and it works for me. And in this day and age, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, man, it's art. I mean, I know for a little while, coming out of the '90s, especially when synth was coming back around, people would sometimes like. I mean, I even got crap for like using distortion. Somebody would say I'm just hiding talent behind distortion. I'm like, whatever, man. It's like it's art. It's your music.
I love sound design as an art form. I usually, when I'm working with like BSTs or whatever, I'm usually doing
Mhm.
like presets. But when and I'm still modulating them and stuff to my own taste, right? But in real time. But most of the time, late the last couple of years, I've been really just hitting those hardwares. I've got a few different machines. Uh, I've got a few Volcas. I've got a monologue. I've got a Micro Freak.
Oh yeah, what do I have?
I've got
I have a
some other
Volca.
things. Oh, the NTS one is awesome. I got two of those because they're so awesome. It's basically like a mini log XD, but like cut down.
Okay, mine is the Volca keys. I have that.
Oh, I
And
got
took
that
that
one.
boot and
That one's hard to
Arturia.
use. The Volga keys is hard to use, but it can really shine with a sequencer, like an outside sequencer. What was the next one? Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, it's just that's the only one of those I got. I had like a wish list, but I haven't really messed with this one enough to justify getting more.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I haven't done is mess with automation or even sequencing. But man, you can come up with some cool stuff.
Oh, I've got an OG stylophone, like a first run stylophone. That's pretty cool. And I mean, I really can't afford to buy these things all the time, and
Yeah,
I don't have the space for any more of them really. Like, I just been kind of swapping them in on my gaming workstation desktop, right? Because I have a desktop aside from them to play on, but it's so crowded with them, like I kind of have to stack them up as it
yeah.
is on there. And there's not like a huge number of them, but it's just kind of a mess, unfortunately. I gotta clean it up.
I went on a spree. Like I have a Juno DS 61 key. It's kind of my go-to for like MIDI and all that stuff. But then I ended up getting like a bunch of synth stuff. So I have the Novation Circuit, Novation Bass, Keystep Pro, and then that key Volca keys. And it's like I haven't even. There's so much stuff you can do with like with that stuff, and I haven't even barely scratched the surface.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like, I've had the monologue like 3 years now. I think maybe 4 years now. And
I don't know. Wait, who makes that?
Korg.
Is it Novation? Cork. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I was looking. Sorry, keep going. I was looking for that.
It's really cool mono synth that has like kind of like faux polyphony because it's got TV codes, right? So, and then it's got like a nice envelope generator that's got some really nice action going on with it, and you can actually plug in like another instrument into the line in, and it'll like go through the envelope generator, so it'll be like modulated by the envelope generator.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if mine does that. I ended up going with Innovation Base Station.
it's got a
It's
really
kind
nice
of like
sequencer too.
similar.
That's really playable.
Yeah.
Innovation base station. So what does that do? Is that like a controller or like a synthesizer?
It's basically a sidestep from like the monologue. I mean, it's a synth,
Oh, okay.
lots of control. They've added some functionality to where you can actually get two tones simultaneously, but it's really fast modulation that your ear can't distinguish that it's flipping back and forth.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Arpeggiation, envelopes, LFOs.
This one is not. It's I've seen other synths in its size range that have a lot more control over it, but this
Yours,
is like a good like beginner synth at like a mid price, like a little mid price kind of thing.
does yours have a sequencer in it? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it has a really
Mine
cool
does not.
sequencer. It's
Okay,
really
that's
playable.
cool.
It sequences automation and it has as well as notes and also has slide automation. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something I kind of wish I had on this one. But I got this. If I ever had to be in a band and if I ever had to cover the low notes, I mean, they market it as a bass instrument, but I mean, it's just a regular synth. But it does have some really cool, rich preset bass sounds.
Yeah. There's a bunch of presets on the monologue by AFX Twin, and I guess RDJ actually helped design the machine as in some capacity. I don't know, but all right, we're getting 30 kilometers out.
All right.
I actually hate approaching planets when I'm not paying strict attention too fast because I will crash into the moons.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Yeah, I appreciate. Thanks for talking shop with me there. I'm gonna check out some more of your stuff. Are you on Spotify?
No, I'm not on Spotify. I actually, well, I am on Spotify, but it's like one album with my friend that we paid legacy for. But we
Gotcha.
got all our other stuff taken off when we got subscribed from DistroKid. And it's just, the Spotify model kind of sucks for artists and consumers alike, in my opinion. So I just keep it pure on Bandcamp and YouTube.
Yeah.
And I try to keep my music as accessible in those locations as possible, as well as a little bit of SoundCloud action for that, work in progress phone listening.
Yeah, Bandcamp is cool. I've found so many cool artists on there.
Oh, we got a target.
Yeah. So I don't even know if this thing down here will shoot straight forward.
It might not, but we'll come up over them, maybe.
You got better guns in the front anyway, so I'll just cover when I.
Oh, they should all be the same between the turrets. It's just whether I want to shoot missiles or not. And I don't really want to waste missiles on such a low-paying job.
Under attack.
Oh, wow, this seems like this has that. Some gimbal.
Hostile
Some
imminent.
turrets have gimbals that like make it really easy. I think this might be one of those turrets.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That's cool. Were you shooting at that one?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
And it wasn't moving, because sometimes they do that.
Yeah, I wasn't even close to him on the crosshairs, but I could see the projectiles going towards him. That's cool.
I don't usually bounty hunt with this ship, mind you. But if somebody wants to fight, especially if I have like crew in like PvP at Grim Hex or something when I'm coming in,
Yeah.
I'll definitely go for it.
Actually, with both of these turrets that can face rear, if you had two people in these back turrets, that would actually be pretty formidable.
My one buddy that I play with probably the most out of all my friends, he that play this game with me. He doesn't like the one turret. Like I said, he prefers the MSR for the turrets better, or even the Redeemer. But I mean, I've done the turrets maybe once or twice on this, and I don't find them too bad. Like, and with 3 people, when I've had like a full crew of 3 on this ship, including myself, we've done really good in like bounties and stuff, and PvP and whatnot, including when the ship was newer. And I don't know if they've changed it at all since then. So. Anyways, I think I'm going to take us back to port, just because
All right. Sure.
I get ready to get into music, and you have kind of a deadline there. So.
Yeah.
Shame we didn't find the river, but someday I will find the river, as Expat Brad says, maybe in 2030.
You know if she's been there yet?
I don't know. I don't watch her every time she streams, but she's like the main person I should watch when I am gonna watch a stream.
And I don't know if she does YouTube or not, but she's got so many good moments in her streams that would probably do well on YouTube as like 5 to 10 minute
Oh hell
cuts.
yeah,
But
hell yeah!
with,
Like I'm streaming right now, and like I don't get many hits on like my on Twitch. So, like like if I have a good like PvP or dogfight or even just like some funny moment or something that I happen to like kind of
Quantum
on
drive
video,
activated.
I'll get like 10 views on that kind of thing.
yeah, and with her, I guess cinematic background,
No,
it's
yeah,
pretty
that's the
hilarious.
thing. Her ads she needs to do a compilation of her ship ads and whatnot that she does, and her location ads.
Quantum drive
Really kind of-
activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
You ever watch Sexy Biscuit?
I don't watch a lot of YouTubers
Okay.
or anything. I usually, my buddy Sensei drags me into streams from time to time, so he can
Quantum drive activated.
mute me and tell him, oh, this is this guy's music that I keep sharing, kind of thing. But it's good to have a friend like that, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I don't really like streamer, and YouTuber culture so much a lot of the times. And I usually, like a lot of time on Twitch when I'm streaming, I just don't have the voice comms on. I just have maybe music on, and then I put that on YouTube, and I don't have talking or anything like narration or anything. I don't like that kind of stuff for the most part. And it's very rare that you see like somebody who's like both good at games and doesn't have
Quantum
awful
drive
opinions
activated.
and isn't a songwriter kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. And isn't a total shill at the same time. Like there's got to be a happy medium, And X-Fat Brat is pretty good at doing that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the reason I stuck around. And I don't watch it for Star Citizen. I've been here since she was playing Fallout 76, and that's a game I enjoyed for a while. I haven't played it in a while. I mainly only play Star Citizen.
I've probably got about 2 hours in Fallout 76. I intend to go back, but I don't know if it's going to happen realistically.
There's some cool Fallout that if you're a fan of like just Fallout the franchise has been added to it. That's really good. Just to play through those couple campaigns kind of thing, and I think they all scale with all one, unless you're doing endgame, which I'll never do endgame in that game, right? Like I don't even care to do endgame in that. I'll just enjoy the quest bits when I go back kind of thing now and then. And I haven't been back since the Outlanders one, which is when they added the human NPCs. But
I remember that was kind of a big deal.
yeah, it's quite nice. And I like the vanilla story too, even though the vanilla quests had some really like pain in the ass quest stopping bugs at times. Plus the inventory thing, which I hear is still an issue. But it's it's a game that I enjoy doing the story in,
Landing
and I
complete.
don't
Have a pleasant
often
stay.
really like
Please
video
proceed
game
to
stories.
safe landing bay.
So maybe a plus from me. I recommend for me even beyond like I can't do like single player games, and I can't do it's got to be nice ambience of the storytelling for me.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be like it's got to fit into that world and not feel like it was written by an 8th grader. And that's just kind of rare in video games a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are a few games that have memorable characters, but I know like Dragon Age BioWare, has done pretty well with some pretty good side characters. That's what it's about for me. I mean, just having relatable characters. And honestly, I'm surprised they haven't even done like some kind of first iteration of AI crewmates. It seems like the way they're doing things, they're iterating well and thoroughly, but that's one thing that I kind of hope we'd get like the first iteration of here soon for like
It seemed
turrets or
like
whatever.
it seemed like they're working on, and they also still have to do the crew member responsibilities allocation stuff, right? So what people on your
Yeah.
ship are going to be able to do who are from your party kind of thing and who are considered part of your crew, like, and that's something I talked about like early last year, I think maybe. Was you know
You broke up there.
Deactivated.
they were they were talking about looking at it, like prioritizing it, like last year. They said they hadn't started working on it, but there was some elements of multi crew that were brought in at the time, and people were like, "Yeah, let's get more of this. Come on, this is awesome."
And I wonder if, I don't know a ton about this stuff. I know they were working on nav meshes for planet side. And I wonder if maybe that's something that they're trying to tweak on ships with interiors as well.
Expat did a scenario for fun, like they did all the
Oh,
science
right,
setup and
Carrick?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was so cool. Like, like
that was there for
obviously
that.
we don't have any Carrick missions with FPS, but like they were working quite well, like better than
Helmet.
on the 890 really.
Helmet.
Oh shit!
I clicked it too, so I might want to run off just in case it turns back around.
That was painful. I kind of sort of died for a second there. This is why you shouldn't take you off your helmet for RP reasons inside the ship.
Those faces are hilarious.
Oh, I might be like semi-dead, so you can probably just leave
Interesting.
the ship and I'll log out kind of
Okay. I have a red pen, but you're not laying down, so I'm not sure how that works.
thing. Yeah, I think it's bugged because I was dead for like half a second there, and then like
Yeah.
the door closed and it was like, okay, I'm alive again, and it's just like do this thing. I still have the control of the F. Like I close the door,
Interesting.
but I can't move around. I can't look around.
I wish you could use med pins on Armistice, but I think everybody ruined that.
Oh yeah, because they just went hog wild for a while.
It'd be cool if you could use it and then just get rid of like the effects, I guess, at a station. But, all right. I will catch you. Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, that was
I'd see you on
cool.
later.
All
right.
It's a shame we didn't find the river, but maybe
Yeah.
next time. Maybe with a better Pathfinder, better palette. All right, take it easy, man. Thanks for the
All
company.
right.
Take care.
All right. Take care. Nice to meet you and hang out. Okay.
Yeah, cheers.